Hey everybody, welcome into Winning Edge. Hey, it's just me today. A little last minute. Be honest with you, I didn't realize that these games are coming up so fast, and the holidays and everything. It's just been so chaotic. So I'm gonna come to you guys real quick. We're gonna run through the college football playoff bracket, and I'm gonna give you guys my picks on the games and the kind of the reasons why. So let's start right off. Right, I hope everyone had a good Merry Christmas and a good New Year coming up. As I'm recording this on the 30th. So New Year's Eve is tomorrow. We're really pumped up about it because not only we're going to get rid of the 2024 year and the season, we're going to jump into 2025 with a bang. As the Penn State and Nittany Lions are going to go up against the Boise State Broncos in the Fiesta Bowl. No, hey, Boise State. I think they're undefeated in the Fiesta Bowl. If I have read that right. Boise State, obviously Ashton Jeanty, everyone knows, right? Everyone has their opinion about the Heisman and who should have won it and who did not win it. But they're gonna feed in Rock, right? That's the heart and soul of their offense, heart and soul of their team. Really, if he goes, the team goes. So I foresee them giving Jeanty a ton of carries. But Penn State is 11.5-point favorite right now to win this ball game. And they have a better roster. I mean, top to bottom, they have a better roster. I mean, they're Big Ten team. They're a powerhouse, right? But I don't know. I enjoy Boise State. I am a Boise State fan. If you guys have been following along, you guys know this. And my close friends know that. But it's going to be really tough to beat Penn State. And what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to jump out early and jump out hard. Penn State does struggle to defend the run against big games, especially. So that is a green light for the Boise State. They have a good chance to jump right in there and get after it. But man, Penn State is not no joke, so it's not going to be any close game or an easy game, I should say. And I don't know. I'm going to pick the Boise State Broncos just because I'm a homer in that sense. I'm sorry, Jordan. I hope Penn State has a great time playing the Broncos, but Boise State might outlast them. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see because Penn State hasn't done very well against teams that they need to beat. Ohio State didn't play very great. They're going to go to Oregon, Big Ten Championship. I mean, no one's really played them great. Oh, wait a minute. Boise State played them pretty close. But you got to think hindsight's 2020 because that was like week 3 or week 2. And I was writing Oregon off because they almost lost to Idaho. So, you can give and take there and you guys can decide on your own. But I'm going to pick the Boise State Broncos to win the Fiesta Bowl on the December 31st, New Year's Eve. That is the first game of the college football playoff bracket, second round. This is the quarterfinals. So we jump into 2025, and the first game of the day, 1 o'clock. Number 5, Texas. Number 4, Arizona State. Man, this is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I mean, I think, I don't know. I had to see where the money's at here. Yeah, so 79.5% on Texas. And they're a 12.5-point favorite here, so a little bit bigger of a spread than the Penn State Boise State game. Texas, obviously they've been a team all year, right? Everyone can talk about how they didn't play nobody in their schedule and yada yada yada. But guys, I'm not joking around. When Texas is probably one of the most complete teams. I think their biggest weakness though is their quarterback. Quinn Ewers, I just don't trust him. I don't like him when I watch him play. I mean, yeah, we can look at stats and be like, "Oh, he's great," whatever. But I'm telling you what, man, I'm looking at gameplay and his decision making, and he likes to give the ball to the other team quite a bit. And Quinn Ewers does that against Arizona State and keeps them in it. I think they might have a tougher ball game than they expected. Arizona State, so Scattaboo, the running back, everyone's kind of excited to see him play on the big stage as well. Arizona State has a lot of energy right now. The young head coach. They're just probably one of the better seasons they've had in a long, long time. Winning a Big 12 championship and then taking care of business there. So they got a lot of energy. Texas is going in as the favorite. Arizona State's been an underdog all year and they've been kind of overcoming. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to pick Texas on this though, guys. I can't pick Arizona State here. Like, as much as it'd be so cool to see just for college football and like this whole 12-team playoff bracket, you know, a new team jumping in there and making some noise and knocking off Texas. But the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl will be won by the Texas Longhorns, and they will move on to play either Oregon or Ohio State. Speaking of Oregon, Ohio State, that is the game number 2 on the new year in 2025. This is the Rose Bowl. I mean, this is going to be a beautiful venue. It always is. The Rose Bowl should be, in my opinion, should be the national championship spot every single year. They should play the Rose Bowl every single year as a national championship over in Pasadena. I mean, can you imagine? It's just always so beautiful. So beautiful. They do a great job. So the Ohio State Buckeyes coming off a dominant win against Tennessee, faces up against Oregon, coming off a bye week. So a good chance to get healthy and get right and get ready to roll. And a lot of time to watch film on this Ohio State team. Excuse me. Ohio State, I mean, they dominated, right? They dominated Tennessee at home. That was an insane ball game. I don't think anyone thought, well, let me take that back. I digress here. I believe that Ohio State had this in them. They just never unleashed it all year long. I think they were too busy trying to play the big bad boys, right? They're trying to be like the Michigan of the Big Ten, right? They come around and beat you up, run it down your throat. That's Michigan's brand of football. That's not Ohio State's. That's not how they're built. They have an amazing receiver core, probably one of the better receiving cores in this whole 12-team playoff bracket. If Will Howard can continue to make good decisions like he did at the Tennessee game, I think Ohio State has a good chance. It's hard to beat a good team twice. And Oregon, I mean, they were like, through 1 or 2 plays away from getting beat in Eugene. I mean, this is probably going to be one of the better games of the weekend. Honestly, or not the weekend, but this holiday bowl season quarterfinals. This is going to be an insane ball game, and I'm just pumped to watch. Like, as just a football spectator with no really money in the game, you know, no team I'm really rooting for. This is going to be a badass football game to watch, and I'm super, super stoked to watch it. Especially, I mean, geez, Ohio State's just, if they can open up the door like that and just be a huge offensive scoring ball game, holy cow! Because Oregon's offense is no slouch now. Okay, they're no slouch. You know, they can score the ball or score touchdowns, and Ohio State right now, I think they're giving them a 1-point favorite. And a lot of people are picking Ohio State over Oregon. So 53, pretty much 54% on Ohio State right now. Which is crazy because Oregon's the number 1 team in the country, undefeated, only undefeated team in the country right now. So for the money and the votes right now going towards Ohio State, that's pretty nuts. But hey, Ohio State just came off, like I said, a dominant win. So I can understand that as well. My pick for this ball game, like I said, it's hard to beat a good team twice. But I'm going to have to stick with the undefeated ball club, and that's the Oregon Ducks. I think the Oregon Ducks will outlast the Ohio State Buckeyes, and I think Ohio State will come in too cocky. And I think they lay a fucking egg like they did against Michigan. And that sucks to say because I think they're a good team and they spent a lot of money on this roster. But Oregon, I think they're doing it right. They have a good quarterback, a very experienced quarterback in Dylan Gabriel. And Dan Landing's a hell of a head coach. I think they've got a better culture there at Oregon, and I think they dominate. They've always done really well in the Rose Bowl, especially around playoff time. If you guys remember, I think 2015 when they went to the national championship after beating Florida State in the Rose Bowl and then dominating fashion. So Oregon Ducks will win the Rose Bowl and move on to play Texas in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl in the semifinals. All right, that leads us into the last ball game of the quarterfinals at 8:45. That's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish going up against the Georgia Bulldogs, the SEC champions, a really good football team. Now, I'm obviously you guys understand. I mean, Notre Dame's behind me. You know, I rep Notre Dame. I love Notre Dame football. I'm very excited that we have this opportunity to get in here and get after it. And here's my overall gut thoughts right now. First off, a lot of people saying, "Oh, Notre Dame's gonna walk this assault," because Georgia had a starter, and everyone's freaking out about that. Honestly, guys, Kirby Smart He's smart. This is not his first rodeo. They are the college football standard right now, and they're the big dog. So for us Notre Dame fans and other talking heads on the ESPNs and everything saying Notre Dame not just got this, but pretty much saying, hey, Notre Dame has a really awesome chance to win. Now, second, as a Notre Dame fan, watched every single game this season, so I've really been paying close attention to, the depth chart, our coaching, our play calling, etc. So, going into this football game, this is my initial gut. I feel good about it. I don't feel like when 2012 in the BCS National Championship against Alabama, where we had no absolute chance, or we go to play Clemson in the college football playoff, the 4-team bracket, and we just get dog walked. I do not, or we play Alabama again, and the year prior, and I don't know. I don't think this team is there anymore. I think Marcus Freeman has these kids and this team and this program bought in a lot better than Brian Kelly did. Now, we have some injuries, right? Riley Mills, our defensive tackle, star tackle, man. Really, the defense runs through him up front. He kind of sets the tone. He will be out. That's going to mark I think 4 injuries on a D line. Some of our veteran guys. We did get Howard Cross back in the game versus IU. So having him back and having him fresh, ready to go for this game is going to be definitely help. He's going to have to pick up a lot of slack from Mills. But guys, we have Bryce Young. I mean, DN, true freshman, making absolute plays all year long, getting good reps all year long. I think he'll be up for the challenge. I think our linebacker core is really damn good. I don't think this is going to be a dog walk, guys. I honestly believe that Notre Dame has a good chance to win this football game. Now it's going to be a close ball game, right? It's going to be an absolute close ball game. I don't foresee it being more than 3.7 point deficit if Notre Dame does not win. If Georgia wins, it's going to be by a couple points. I don't see them coming in there whooping our ass. I really don't. Not this team. Riley Leonard is always going to give every team fits. And Georgia really struggled against Haynes King, Georgia Tech's quarterback. They took him to 7 overtimes. So, knowing that they struggle against that, obviously they have had 2 weeks. They had a bye week last week, and then this extended week here up to this game. They've had plenty of time to scheme and get ready for this. So it's not going to be, they're going to come out and punch us in the mouth. So I'm really excited to see how the Notre Dame Fighting Irish team responds to that, and the Marcus Freeman kind of can coach these boys through it. Obviously, my pick for the All-State Sugar Bowl is Notre Dame beating Georgia. Like I said, it's not going to be a big beat down. It's going to be 3 points, maybe 7. I mean, I don't think it's going to be 1 possession, 2 possession ball game, dog fight. I really think this roster can withstand it, and I think they can. I think they can do it. I think they can do it, man. I'm really excited. So Notre Dame is a 1.5 point favorite, and their 54% is on the Irish. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, what world are we living in right now that a Notre Dame team would be favored over an SEC dog? And honestly, the standard, right? The brand, the everyone's looking and striding towards and to be as a Georgia Bulldog. So Notre Dame will win that game and move on to play Penn State, or Boise State in the Capital One Orange Bowl, which would be freaking sweet. Both my teams, Boise and Notre Dame, getting after it. Obviously, future prediction, Boise State runs, or Notre Dame runs through that game. But I think there's 2 games this weekend that we really need to be, or this weekend, tomorrow and New Year's Day, that we're really going to need to pay attention to. And I think that's going to be the Oregon, Ohio State, and the Notre Dame, Georgia. I think that's obviously, like anybody else, that's the biggest games on the slate. It's just, there's bigger implications there. A lot of people are saying the Ohio State-Oregon game should be the national championship game right now, just about how those teams are playing, which I can't disagree. A lot of people say whoever wins the Notre Dame-Georgia game is going to win the national championship. So a lot of people talking. So I'm just excited to finally see it on the field, and let's go do it, right? Let's just stop talking and start walking it. Let's get after it, and let's have some good football. Guys, I've really been pretty appreciating the support on TikTok. That's kind of booming there, and I know it's been a couple couple days and a couple weeks since we posted anything here on the Winning Edge. But again, the holidays are here. Everyone's busy, busy, busy. Lots of things going on. But I just wanted to give this quick little rundown of the college football playoffs, quarterfinals coming up tomorrow, and New Year's Day. So, guys, give me a follow on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps. Share it to your friends, family, anybody who loves football. Go ahead and share it to my big bald head. We love to have a good time and love to hear your feedback on these games, guys. Please give me some feedback on the games, and if I'm out of my mind for picking who I pick, or if I'm pretty on par, let me know. Let me know in the comments below, but I'll see you guys. Happy holidays. Obviously, I already said it. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, but a great New Year. Let's kick off 2025 and have good vibes, positive outlooks, and great goals, and let's smash them all year long. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Go Irish.